Alright, so I don't have an intro because it's not like I'm gonna talk ever again probably unless I have like a million subscribers. But I'm gonna do the how I customize my Centurion because I like to copy other YouTubers. And before, as a disclaimer, before this video starts, I want people to know that well, yeah, actually, I took some inspiration from Splice's Centurion. I used to take pretty much all inspiration from it, as in like my Centurion looked exactly like his. But over time, as I got higher and higher level, I just kind of got my own customization. So, start off with the helmet. I had the Bay Tika helmet or Bay Taika. I don't know how to say that. You don't really have to go by my helmet because I use lots of different helmets. I use this. Sometimes I use this. Actually, no, I don't use this helmet anymore. I use this, or I use this, or I use this, or I use this, or I use this. I don't use this type of helmet because I just don't like how it looks, and I don't like how, like, if you look at the back of his neck, it just looks, the texture on it looks really bad. Like, he's supposed to be wearing chainmail, but it just looks like they kind of pasted chainmail on it. And then I don't use this type of helmet because it just makes his head look too small. Yeah, it makes it look too small. But the reason why I use these type of helmets, like these types, is because it makes this one. It has like most of these, if not all, have faces on them, except this has a skull. So it makes it look like, yeah, it's just his face. And because how when you have this one's gonna be really weird, but this type of helm, if you have the where is it? I bring war effect, it fits your mask perfectly. But if you see for like this helm, for example, if you have the I am war effect, I bring war effect, it looks retarded. So yeah, that's why I use that. And next to my armor, well, my chest, I used to create a chest because one, like the little horses on the side. Two, it has like a gold outline to it, which looks really cool. Three, the cape looks amazing. Like the biggest thing is the cape because because notice how for all the other high level gear he has, like the Borges chest, for example, the cape looks pretty tattered and stuff. I'm not sure if that's a word or not, but whatever. It just looks really bad. And because if you look at the chest, like where you have, like, you could put the paint pattern at, the paint pattern is way too big, if that makes sense. Like, it covers too much of the chest. And due to, like, the design of the chest, you can't even tell what that is. It kind of looks like someone threw up on you. But on this, you can easily tell what this is. And I have a scarf on. It's pretty random, but I have a scarf on. So yeah. And next. Oh, wait, no, not next. The reason why I don't use this anymore is just because it's outdated. It's pretty boring. If you go back to my older videos, you will see that I use this way too much. And the reason why I don't use this type is because it makes his hips look really fat. And because I don't like the outline on the cape, it looks dumb. Also, I don't like the scarf either. I don't like how it's like two scarves. I just call it a scarf because it's a scarf. I don't like this one because it makes his legs seem way too long, and it makes his upper body seem fat. But with this one, it seems like it fits his chest perfectly. At least it looks like it. So next to the arms are kind of the same reason as the chest. The reason why I have the chest is, these aren't use the crater arms is because I like the little, I don't know what you would call those on the shoulder regions, like the this kind of spike looking things. I'm gonna zoom in on it when I'm editing this, so whatever. And then on his gauntlets, like for his right gauntlet, for example, it has so much design on it it just looks amazing. And also because on the fist, you can easily see blood on it. So it's just like I incredibly use people so hard that their blood is permanently on my fist cuffs. Or it looks like kind of brass knuckles. I don't know. I'm bad. And yeah, also on the top of the shoulders, it kind of looks like those things that are kind of sticking up on the very top. I'm going to zoom in on it again. It looks like kind of leaves. I don't know, that just really looks cool to me. The reason why I don't use this chest, I mean these arms, are because I don't like that his skin is showing. I just don't I just don't like it. And the reason why I don't use these is because on the shoulders it just makes his shoulders look really small and not so intimidating. But that's what I have to give to these. His shoulders look kind of nice, and I like the fur. Like, I'll zoom in on it again, but I like the fur that's kind of under the shoulder pads. So yeah. And then next to the blade, now on the blade, I switch between this one and this one. But in all my videos, I'm pretty sure you guys noticed that I use this one a lot. The reason why I use this one so much is because I love how the blade is curved, and how on how on the silverish part of the blade, like the top of it, you can see like it kind of has engravings on it. It looks like scales, kind of. I guess that's because it's a basilis, and a basilis is like a really big snake lizard thing, I think. I just looked it up on Google once because I was curious. And also because how on the bottom of the blade, not like the hilt or the guard, but on the bottom of the blade, it like all that gold design looks top notch. And on this blade, the reason why I use this blade is because kind of the same reason as this one. It's because it's curved at the top, and because like on the silver part, like the silver half of it, the engraving looks amazing, and on the other half of it, the red and gold looks top notch. Next is the hilt. This hilt is pretty self-explanatory. It's because it's a freaking phoenix, so like, yeah, that's it. And also because the hilt is red. That's about it. And this one, I don't really use this hilt anymore, but when I used to, the reason why I use it is because the bottom of it is really big. So when I'm doing like the move, Lion's Roar, I think, where you hit them over the head with your hilt after guard breaking them, it just looks like it would hurt more because this hilt, the bottom of this hilt is just bigger. And also because I like how it's blue. So yeah. And also, I don't have this hilt right now, but when I used to back in season 2, it was my favorite thing to use. Where is it? It's called the Imperial hilt. It's pretty obvious why I like this one too, because one, the gold on it. I like the gold kind of the gold parallel lines going across the bottom of it, and I like the bottom of the hilt like extending like a upside down mushroom. It's a pretty bad simile, but yeah, it's because like when I'm doing the Lion's Roar, it just looks better. But it also, sometimes when you're doing certain animations with the Centurion, the bottom of this hilt sometimes like phases through his wrists. I'm not gonna show a clip to prove that because I don't feel like it, but if any of you have that hilt, just kind of look at it when you're fighting, you'll see what I'm talking about. And next is the guard. The reason why I use this guard is because I like the big red gem in the middle of it. That looks amazing. And I like the gold trim on it. That's about it. This isn't my favorite guard. My favorite guard is by far, where is it? It's by far this. I love this guard because there's only one reason why I like this guard, and it's because the wings that extend out on the side just look amazing. So it's like a French rapier or rapier sword. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's like when the guard kind of wraps around my hand. The rest of his hilts are pretty like small. So yeah. The other hilt, another hilt I like is this one. I mean, another guard that I like is this one, because I like how it's just an upside down face on it, and how I think on the outside of it, those are helmets, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I hope my mic isn't peaking. And then next to the real cosmetics. So first, gender, yeah, he's a male because females couldn't be in the Roman Empire. Next is the paint pattern on my left gauntlets. So I chose this one. I switched between paint pattern on my gauntlet a lot because I can never decide on, I can never settle on one. But I've been using Vine Chevron for like a few weeks by now because I really like that one, because I just like how it's like how it's kind of like arrows, but then on the inside of those arrows it's like vines. I don't know how to explain that, but also with the colors that you use, but also you can make it look amazing with the colors that you use. The other paint patterns on my gauntlet that I normally use are, I used to use this one a lot, but I kind of got tired of it because I don't know, I just don't like that one anymore. But where are some others that I used to use? No, I didn't use that. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, I used to use this one. I used to use Sun God 2 on my gauntlet, but I stopped using that because I use it on my chest now, and I'll explain why I like it on my chest. So yeah. And then symbol, I chose this because, like I said at the beginning of the video, my Centurion has a little bit, like my Centurion is inspired a little bit by Splice's. So yeah, because Splice's Centurion has the gold lies on the left gauntlet, and the reason why I chose to use it is because I couldn't really think of any other symbols, so I decided, hey, Splice has a good symbol, so I'm gonna use that. Next is the ornament. Now, ornament, I change my ornament a lot. Like every video, I have a different ornament. So the ornaments I like are heavy metal, which is this one. I kind of like Cobra Plume, but I don't like how high it is, if that makes sense. And winged victory. Now, starting off with heavy metal, I like this one because I like how just like nice and neat the plume is, like how it's just really cleaned up and all the hairs are standing perfectly up, unlike some like the gladiators. I think some of his are like kind of messy, but don't quote me on that. And I also like how it has five skulls on the front. That just looks amazing. And I like how on the middle, like how on the bottom of the ornament, it has the yellow regions, those yellow regions on it. I just like how it changes color. Like it, not the whole thing is just green, but it just changes color. I'm not really gonna explain this one because I don't really like it that enough to really need to explain it in this video. So yeah, and I like the winged victory because I like how it's a plume in the middle with a horse, and how on the outsides they're wings. So like I just kind of like how like when I'm running, it's just like it's soaring through the air. If that makes sense. I don't know, I'm stupid. But another thing I like about this ornament is how they're, what's it called? I think it's called a wreath, like a laurel wreath. How a laurel wreath is on like the bottom of the wings. Also, the ornament that I used to use, like when I back in like season 2 and 3, was this. The reason why is just because like it's his only other plume. Well, he has this plume. He had this plume and this one and this one, but I'm talking about like ones that go straight forward instead of from side to side. This one I stopped. This one I don't like because it's just too bland and boring. This one I don't like because the hairs on the plume aren't really that aren't are really short. So yeah. And this one, I not that I already explained this one, so never mind. Next is my right shoulder. The reason why I use, okay, so my paint pattern on my shoulders, like left and right, are both the same, so I don't really need to go to the left. But I change my paint patterns a lot. Like for most of the time, it was this because I like how it's just so much on the shoulder, if that makes sense, and how it's like just a collage of colors. And the other one I used to use was, where is it? I think it was this one. Because I don't really know how to explain this one. It just looks amazing. It's like the lines, I guess. And I don't have a symbol, but I have an embossing or engraving. I'm just gonna call it engraving because that's what it used to be. I just have Paisley 2. I mean Paisley 1 because I love how that looks on my shoulder because it just adds a lot of texture to it. So yeah. Material, this one's pretty straightforward. I use black iron because gold makes me look too shiny. It makes me look like a gold statue. I don't use iron because that's for noobs. I don't use bronze because that's for noobs. I don't use copper because that kind of collides with the gold. If that makes sense. I don't use silver because that collides with the gold, and I don't use gold because I already said so. Black iron. Next is the chest. Okay, so my paint pattern is Sun God 2. The reason why I use this paint pattern is because if you look on the left side of my Centurion, like not like left like from if you're looking behind him, but left like if you're looking at him, it has like that region of like yellow that's going down the side of him. That just looks amazing to me. And yeah, it looks cool for all the colors. That's a really bad explanation, but that's just my explanation. Then for my symbol on my chest, this one is because I took inspiration from Splice's Centurion. Like for Splice's Centurion, he doesn't use this. He doesn't use Feather Sword anymore, but for like almost a year he did. Now the symbol he uses is, I think, where is it? It's like really far down here. It's this one, but this one is like ugly. So yeah, I think that's it. And then next is my cape. The cape is the biggest part for the Centurion. If your cape doesn't look good, your Centurion will fall apart. So for the cape, I use Galaxy 15. You get that from the Prismatic Galaxy Mythic outfit. That's literally the only reason why I bought that Mythic outfit. It's because it just looks like someone kind of threw this got like paint on a brush, like watercolor paint, and just kind of threw the brush at my Centurion's cape, and out came this. And it looks cool with all my colors, but I'll explain my colors next. And for my symbol, I just use this isn't my actual emblem. My actual emblem is this one because it's a cool looking YouTube emblem. I don't really know if I should show you guys how to make that because I just want that emblem to be mine. I don't want a bunch of people running around this emblem, especially if you're not a YouTuber. I'm not. Yeah, if you're not like actual YouTuber. I don't mean actual YouTuber as in you have more than one subscriber. I just mean you're somewhat relevant around the community around the community of the game you show or whatever you do. I used to use this, but I use the Crusader cross or the red cross because I'm a knight, so I gotta be stereotypical. And plus I use this for like, not this, but I got bored of using this, so yeah. And I used to use this before I was even relevant on YouTube, so the reason why I use this is because I wanted to be a stereotypical Centurion, because I see so many Centurions running around with the Punisher emblem, so yeah. And ignore why I have a Dragon Ball emblem, because I'm a weeb wearing armor, so yeah. And then for my colors, okay, so I changed all my colors a lot. So this part is basically going to be irrelevant. So for my color for neutral, at the current time, I like Pond Scum. That's a weird name. Pond Scum. The reason why is because I like how it's white, and then a light green, and then yellow. That just looks so nice together. Then the other colors that I use, or I used to use, I use Fluorescent Dreams. You get that with the Reputation 40 outfit. It just looks nice because it's just vibrant colors. It sticks out a lot. Like when your opponent is fighting you, they get distracted by how fancy you look. Another color I used was this. The only reason why I use this color is because it makes my plume white. So that looks like it makes my plume white, like it looks like that, and that just looks amazing. Let me choose my previous color again, and the other color I never really use this one because my Centurion is just too dark then, and so you wouldn't be able to really see the design on the paint patterns that well. So yeah, I used to use this. The reason why being because it makes the plume white, and I never really use this. So yeah, and then for attacker, this one is you can go by this one because I use this color a lot. Dawn of War. You get it from the Apollyon's Wolves mask outfits. The reason I use this is because it's a lot of black, like this color, but it's not two blacks and then one white. It's a black, gray, and a yellow, and it also makes my plume gray, which looks pretty cool. The reason going on to defender colors, I change this color a lot. I switch between the main color I use is this, but I don't really use this right now. But the reason why I use this color, or at least I used to, is because my plume, again, it makes my plume like a neon, I think, like a neon blue, which just looks cool. I don't really use this. I sometimes use this. That's also because it makes my plume like neon blue. And I sometimes use this. Wait, no, this color because I like how it makes like the paint pattern on my cape look, and also my plume. It's all about the plume. And then I sometimes use this for obvious reasons. I don't even need to explain that. But the reason why I'm currently using this is because this might be a really dumb reason, but because the background on the emblem that I'm using on my cape right now, because the background is white, and then some like the bottom left corner region of my cape is white. It kind of looks nice. Exactly, it's dumb. Going on to my execution. Well, do I even need to show? Yeah, I'll show executions whenever. So the reason why I'm currently using these four is pretty straightforward. Just because I got tired of using these four, and yeah, that's about it. My favorite execution for the Centurion is probably Glorious Execution. It's because I love how he like shoves the sword in your heart and you somehow don't die, and then he turns around yelling at yelling like he's in a coliseum, I guess, even though he's not a gladiator, and then he just leaves you there and you're trying to pull out the sword, but you're too much of a weakling. Then he just comes back, rips the sword out, and cuts your head off. Now for my emotes, I changed my emotes a lot, but I changed my hold down triangle emote a lot because yeah, I just have so many emotes that I don't really know which one to use. The reason why I have Victorious currently is just because I like now whenever I win a round or a match, I just like to do that once. I don't like to spam it because I don't want to come off as toxic, but I just like to do this emote once just to show, yeah, I'm victorious. Now the other emotes, I bought all of his emotes except this one. I want to buy this one, but at the same time I don't. I used to use this one a long time ago. The reason why is because, actually no, not this one. Where is it? It's because I used this one. It's because it was kind of funny. But yeah, not really anymore. I used to use this one also because it was kind of funny. Like I think this is like the gone wrong version of this emote. And the next one, I just bought this because everyone else was buying it, so it was just like, I guess I will too. This is an emote that I bought. This is one that I automatically got. This emote I bought because it's just like every time I can kill someone, I take a shot. And I bought this emote because one, I haven't seen a single other Centurion use this, and two, because it just looks funny, and I like that little victory pose he does at the end. Actually, I'm gonna equip this one right now. I already explained that one and that one. Now this one's that one's one of the best Centurion ones, just because the sound that he makes, like, wait, if you spam it, or, yeah, and how when he lays on the ground, he's like, he just eats, I'm guessing he pretends to eat a grape, so yeah, and it also looks funny when you spam it, like, the position that he does, like, his body is, like, in a 90-degree angle, and it's like he's trying to put down his sword, but he can't. And then this emote, this is the meme-tastic emote, like, just because the sound that he makes at the beginning. Yeah. No, not that one. That one. And also because that emote's just like I don't really know how to explain that. It just looks amazing. And for combat, swordplay, that's just because, like, that shows how much finesse Centurion has. Like, he can easily, like, not whip around, but easily, like, twirl his gladius like it's just like it's child play, if that makes sense. The reason why I bought this emote, I don't know why why I don't have it equipped, but the reason why I bought that one is because it's so cool. Like, you just do a thumbs down to the opponent, like, you're trash, kid. For my lord, I bought this one just because, like the honorable players, like, whenever they do an emote before they fight you, I do this emote just because, like it's better than this one, because, like, that one I got bored of using that one because I used to use that one a lot. But this one, he, like, stabs his sword into the ground and then beats his chest. And then this one, that's a default one, so yeah. The reason why I don't use where is it? Imperial Salute is because the sound that he makes is, like, retarded, like yeah. And because I don't know what he's doing with his arm. Like, I thought he would be pointing at the opponent, but no, he, like, points to the side. That just looks dumb. And for effects, don't go by my effects. I have too many effects. I don't. So Galaxy, I'm not gonna explain that one. I don't really like. I just bought this because I had nothing else to buy. So yeah, this one, I love this one, but at the time being, I'm using Hellfire because that's probably the best out effect for the knights. Eternal Damnation, I bought this one not for the effect, but for the ornament, which the ornament that you get with it is the ornament that I currently have equipped. Glacial Griffin. The only reason why I bought this one is for the execution effect, and I'll talk about the execution effect later. Crushed Stone. The only reason why I bought this is not for the effect, but because of the paint pattern that it gives you, which one of the paint patterns that you get from it is the one that I have equipped for my chest. And for Fireflies, I bought this one when the Centurion first came out, just because around when For Honor first came out, I didn't really like the Hellfire effect. I don't know why, I just didn't. So I bought this one instead. Also because the symbols look amazing. obsidian shards. I bought this one because not because of the effect again, but because of the paint pattern that you unlock with it, which is the paint pattern that I have unlocked that I have for my chest. I mean, not for my chest, but my cape. Then plasma shock. I bought this one around when the Centurion first came out again. The reason why is just because one, it actually like acts as a light source. Like if you're in a dark place, it actually will light up the place, which looks amazing. Then Radiance, Hellgate. This one, it's like the same reason as Plasma Shock. It's because it lights up the place. And Demonic Sacrifice, just because that was awesome. Just like everything getting pulled towards you. The multicolored circular arc. Not a rainbow. It's not a rainbow. It's a multicolored circular arc. Don't say it's a rainbow, please. The reason why I bought this is because I just like one because it has it acts as a light source too, like because it has that yellow kind of light on the top of your head, and because it's a rainbow, so it puts me in a good mood, I guess. And bats. I bought this when the Centurion first came out just because I thought it was cool. It's not really cool. Okay, so this effect. I already explained all of these, but for execution, I always use it. I pretty much always use this one. Like I'm pretty sure there are some videos where I don't use, where I'm not using this one, but 99% of the time I'm using this one just because the wings that you get from doing it look amazing. Like, look at those wings. It's like Hellfire. It's like the Hellfire wings, but better. Then for free roam, I use I Ring War just because this might be a weird reason, but because the Apollyon mask that you get looks good on the helmet that I have. So yeah. And also for combat, I use I Ring War again because I like having the same effect for combat emotes and free roam emotes. So yeah, that is how I customize my Centurion, and I do not have an afro.